Good morning. Welcome to Fabulous Friday. It's such a beautiful morning. We got the sun rising. We got all the beautiful plants kicking. We're here in Sierra Gardens, and I'm with my beautiful friend Todd and fellow burner who made it in town for ceremony. What's up, brother?
Oh, I'm so grateful to be here, be in this space, sharing your beautiful home in this beautiful garden in beautiful Las Vegas. The weather is fantastic, and this is a spur of the moment for me to be able to hear, and I'm so grateful. It is fabulous to be here, to be in a space where I'm doing work. In fact,
When you mean work, what does work mean? What is that term, work?
for me, the term work is really meaning looking internally, looking at the patterns of your life and trying to break those patterns, to create new patterns that serve you. So the old patterns are those patterns that served you at one time, and they were so good that they served you. I thought you had to keep lugging those same patterns around for the rest of your life, and you really don't. There's this great story about somebody who was trying to cross a river. It's this raging river, and they couldn't climb across, they couldn't swim across, they couldn't swing across, and so they had to spend time building a canoe, building a raft. And it took a long time to build that raft, but and that raft was able to float across that river, and they got to the other side, and it served him so well. He's like, what do I do with this raft? And so he picked up the raft and he started lugging the raft around. And lugging that raft around, yeah, it served him well at that time, right? To cross that river, to overcome that challenge. But you don't have to bring that raft with you for the rest of your life and lug it around. And it's those patterns, right? That's the work, is finding out those patterns. What worked for you at one time doesn't work with you anymore, it doesn't serve you. So the work is finding those and letting those go.
Wow, it's like a garden, right? Your garden changes with every season sometimes, right?
Right.
Sometimes you got to go in and cull the garden. You got to pull the weeds, right?
Yeah.
And you got to let go of that pattern or that baggage, right?
Yeah.
I got a question for you. How did we meet?
So we met at Burning Man. There's the book at Burning Man of all the activities, and we were around camp and we saw this activity of this divinely rooted cacao ceremony that was happening, and I gathered my friends to go to the cacao ceremony. And I don't know what time it was, maybe it was like a 10 o'clock ceremony.
Actually, 11 a.m.
Okay, it was 11:11. So we arrive around 11 o'clock, and we go into the ceremony space, and the person says, hey, the facilitator's not here yet, but feel free to enjoy the space, which we did. It got to be probably maybe 10 or 15 minutes past
Burner time.
past that time, and my friends were getting restless, and so
Burning Man.
we walked out of the venue, and a lot of them, like two of them were like, we're gonna go back to camp. And I'm like, no, just like, look, we have this beautiful shade, let's just enjoy the shade. We can sit in the shade at camp, or we should sit in the shade here. And so they sat in the shade here, and we were just enjoying it. And then in the far distance, we see this little art car just hauling by, and
I wonder if I was breaking the 5-mile-an-hour rule. I don't think so. I got a governor on.
and it's moving, and it's like
Swaying.
avoiding people.
And
And I said, man, that guy's coming in hot. And the vehicle comes to a screeching halt, almost skidding, and out pops Mike and Mary with a mission. And they're grabbing all their instruments and the gongs and the bowls, and they're running inside. And yeah, Mike did such an amazing job. I had almost a life-changing experience in your cacao ceremony, where you were able to infuse that group's positive energy into the cacao, and we drank like everybody's positive energy. I had an almost out-of-body experience in the cacao ceremony, where the tent I was looking up at opened up, and instead of seeing sky, I saw a desert. But then I had ancestors that were showing up into that space, but they were all in black and white anime. It was like it was like an amazing cacao experience.
So then, let me ask you, it seems like you and your beautiful partner Johanna have had some changes since then in your trajectory on where your paths have headed as far as the work you've been doing. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right. Yeah, absolutely.
What does that mean?
That means, that was, I would say, for me, I had that experience. My beautiful partner, Johanna, after the cacao ceremony, did a meditation, had a full Kundalini experience. And that's what got us thinking about, well, what is Kundalini? It's also Aya, it's the snake, and it started this spiritual journey. And it was really fun. We met you, and she's like, hey, he's from Las Vegas. And I'm like, I'm not going to Las Vegas.
Look where you're sitting now. This is the third time they've been here. Or fourth time? Third or fourth? I can't remember.
It's at least
a couple
the fourth time.
Now, yeah.
So the journey, that was the opening, and the journey since then has opened up different possibilities with spirituality, different ideas of how I look at my life, how I look at my energy, how I look at
your
myself,
baggage.
How do I get rid of those? And it's changed
patterns.
It's changed patterns. So I've stopped watching social media or media in general, and my social media completely changed. It changed. Now I just get all this super positive, energetic work that's sort of showing up even in my social media.
That is a great statement, because a lot of us right now are going through this time where we're getting all bombarded with all this energy, right? But we can change that, and you're proof of
Not only
that.
can you change that, and then the other pattern is introducing a daily guided meditation into my life. So just go on Spotify and you just put in guided meditation, and you just scroll through and click one. Whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes, that's an amazing way to just create a new pattern in your life. I've almost completely changed my music. I've discovered this sort of positive energy music.
Yes.
And that's like daily
music,
in my
right?
high vibrational music. It's
vibrational
daily
music.
in my life. I don't go a day without listening to this amazing new positive energy music.
And it changes the way your cells react
100%.
to things, right?
We are vibration, and when you surround yourself with those positive vibrations, it has an effect on you and the people around you.
Amen, brother. So let me ask you, I know you're a Didge player, right? And you're pretty damn good at it, okay? But it seems like now you're holding something new. Tell me about what's going on here.
So, other than the didgeridoo, which was to me almost like a meditation and a very personal experience, do not play musical instruments. In fact, I only really even started drumming. Not this Burning Man, but the last Burning Man was the first time I even was drumming.
Was the first time you started drumming at the Aya retreat that we had?
The Aya retreat was the first time I had bought a drum.
Okay,
and,
bought a
and,
drum.
And brought it.
Gotcha.
But my first actually drumming on a drum was at Burning Man the year, 6 months before that. So
And he's pretty damn good at that as well.
So it was.
He's a musical genius at this point, it seems. Wait till you hear what he's talking about now.
So we again on my new social media feed that has just sound healing and energetic. I don't know what you call it. Like I get this feed, and this feed shows up, and it has this Native American based instrument called a drone flute.
3D printed these are, right?
Yeah, from recycled filament, and from a group called I Am Sound, and he has amazing videos, and they kept on popping up, and I'm thinking to myself, am I a flute player? But it was reasonably priced, and it kept on coming up on my feed, and I said, you know what, let's just try it. So for my birthday, so this is back in April.
Which you're an Aries and I'm an Aries. We're
Yeah.
both fire signs.
I ordered it, and actually I ordered it. It came just in time for me to go to the ceremony that we did in April. So I actually had it for the ceremony.
I think I remember you saying that.
But it didn't. I thought you just blow into a flute, but it's much more not complicated. It's much more nuanced than just blowing into it.
It takes some practice, right?
It does.
I agree. I'm trying to learn as well.
So I picked this up, and it's been almost a daily thing for me to sit in my backyard and sort of enjoy this instrument and the sound that it makes and the way it makes me feel.
Great. So one of the things that is interesting for me is I just bought my I Am Sound flute as well. I was hoping to get it before Burning Man so I could utilize it at Burning Man and kind of practice out there, but it didn't come till after Burning Man, so I'm trying to learn as well, and Todd is showing me some tips. So we're going to listen to Todd here a little bit on the flute. I'm going to kind of join in a minute, but let's hear what Todd has to share with us energetically.
All right.
Love you, brother. Thank
Love
you
you,
so
brother.
much. You know, it's great having you here, seeing you, and watching you do your thing, man. Now everybody else gets to watch you do your thing. All right, guys. Well, this is a fabulous Friday, and I'm so grateful to share it with my brother here, Todd. And we can look forward to seeing you guys. If you want to find out more about what's going on here in Vegas, you can contact me. You can reach out to the tribe, 963 Tribe. Todd, any closing words of wisdom for them before we leave?
No, just come to Vegas, enjoy the 963 Tribe. It's amazing.
Uh-huh.
All right.